Welcome to EuroPass, your first-class ticket to discovery and adventure. I'm Petty Officer Kim Smith. Living in Europe provides the unique opportunity to get out and travel to all sorts of interesting destinations. One unique destination often overlooked is the tiny Baltic country of Lithuania.
Lithuania is located in the Baltic region of Europe, and Vilnius is the capital. Vilnius is a cosmopolitan city and has a lot to offer visitors in the way of culture, architecture, and history. While Vilnius is small enough to walk around and explore in a day, one great way to learn about the city is on a guided tour.
I'm the guide, and today we are in the central place of Vilnius city. It is our historical center of Vilnius city.
Century, when Lithuania was annexed to the Empire of Russia, almost the whole border was destroyed on the basis of the argument that air lingered among the closed.
In front of us, there is our town hall, which was reconstructed many times by our local architect, Laurynas Gucevičius. And over the 6 Doric order columns in the pediment, you can see our coat of arms of Vilnius city picturing Saint Christopher with a little Jesus on his shoulder. It is our coat of arms of Vilnius city. We are in the very nice point of our Vilnius city. You can see our very interesting church of St. Peter, St. Paul's, and sometimes our tourists, they like to visit and to get inside of this church to take very interesting movie and pictures. We shall try to do it inside of this church because it is like a big our life, like a theater of our life. In all these walls and all these ceilings, you can see more than 2,000 stick moldings, which were made by Italian masterpieces Pietro Perti and Maria Giovanni Galli. Behind me you can see this our belfry, the cathedral square, and from that side you can have a look to our very interesting hill, Gediminas Hill. It's very splendid panorama from the top of this hill.
One place the tour passes can help to shed some light on Lithuania's dark history of occupation under the Nazis and the Soviet Union. The KGB and Holocaust Museum. During World War II, it was the site of Gestapo headquarters, and later of the KGB. For Lithuanians, the KGB and Holocaust Museum symbolizes the long Soviet occupation. Between 1940 and 1991, people who resisted the Soviet occupants or the Nazis were arrested, killed, or deported to Siberia.
We're in the prison and you see many cells. All these cells look like it did in the last decades. This prison was for political prisoners. There were a lot of partisans who were killed here, were executed. Almost all Lithuanians, we all have some connection with people who were deported, were imprisoned. For example, my grandfather's brother was also a partisan. He was a very young boy. He was 18 years old and he was killed. And also his body was shown in the main square of the village. And because he was a partisan, his family was deported. And many of us were deported, were imprisoned. Many of them died because of starving illnesses. So we need to show for all the world.
The KGB and Holocaust Museum teaches visitors about the history and struggles for independence of Lithuanians. It also serves as a reminder to all who visit that history should never be forgotten. Lithuania is so full of history that it's even possible to get a glimpse into what life was like in the area in a much more distant past, like 50 million years ago. Lithuania is well known for amber, and there's no better place to learn about amber than the Amber Museum in Vilnius.
You can see very, very interesting present from Baltic Sea, the drops of amber. The resin was very sticky, and the fly go and stick here, and another portion resin go and close, and it will be and stay a little bit and dead. And the best inclusion is when this death is very good. This is very, very expensive. If you dead not good, not expensive. If you dead very good, very expensive.
While visiting Lithuania offers a unique experience, some service members have the wonderful opportunity to live and work there on special duty assignments at the U.S. Embassy in support of the Defense Attache system.
The Defense Attache system is an important component of the mission of diplomacy U.S. embassies carry out throughout the world.
I'm the senior advisor to the ambassador on all defense-related issues and represent the Department of Defense, the Secretary of the Army, the Secretary of Defense to the host nation.
An ambassador works hand in glove with her defense attaché every day, whether it's developing the military cooperation we have with our partner nations, or whether it's dealing with policy issues. And I've been privileged to have outstanding defense attachés in every post, and their staff as well. And I've really enjoyed working in that way with them.
I'm the senior enlisted at my embassy in my defense attaché office, responsible for the staff supporting the defense attaché in his efforts to represent the U.S. military to the local Lithuanian government.
Service members selected for these special duty assignments can find themselves stationed in all sorts of unique locations.
Every place that we have an embassy in Europe, short of the Vatican, we have a defense attaché office. Currently throughout the world there's 138 different postings, some as remote as Fiji.
Working for the Defense Attaché system in support of U.S. ambassadors offers service members a unique and enriching career opportunity.
Gives us an opportunity to get to know a foreign culture very deeply. It's an opportunity to serve independently and make a big impact on U.S. foreign policy, defense policy to a foreign nation.
You really get the opportunity to live on the local culture. I mean, there is no exchange, there is no PX, and so really get to interact with the Lithuanians and then with other people from the other diplomatic missions here.
I know that the services have trouble filling these billets because most people don't know of them. They're easy to apply for if you've got a good recommendation from the chain of command and you're a go-getter, you have good evaluations, jump on this, apply. If you have a good record, you'll get accepted.
We need the talents and the skills that the military can bring to our diplomatic efforts overseas, and I think that they would benefit enormously from having the experience of living and working in a foreign country, living and working in an embassy. So I hope that many will take a look at the program.
To find out more about the Defense Attaché system and how you can apply for one of these special duty assignments, contact your career counselor.